Hey, so a big question that I'm getting asked a lot is actually who is supposed to file the 1099? That's a good question. If it's the first time you're doing it, or maybe you haven't done it in a while, first you want to make sure who is the employer, who is the contractor, right? So the employer is the person who's paying, and the person who's getting the contract is the person getting the money. So the way it works is the contractor is supposed to report the income on their 1040 or their personal income tax return. So they don't really need to tell the IRS because they're already going to at the end of the year anyway. The person that needs to tell the IRS about the 1099 is the employer. So again, the answer is the employer has to file the 1099. So if you're paying someone who's an individual, you got to give them a 1099 if you're paying them more than $600 a year. Okay? Not a month, not a week, but a year. So if that happens, make sure you file your 1099 miscellaneous tax return. Okay? But remember, you don't just file your 1099. When you file your 1099, you also have to file the summary report, which is the Form 1096. The 1096 is your annual summary report of all of the 1099s that you're going to give. So even if it's just one person, you still got to file that form because that's where you sign yourself, okay? So make sure you give people their 1099s and also you sign the 1096 form, which is a summary of everything, okay? If you don't file the 1096 with the 1099 form, then it's an incredibly painful process. So they just basically pretend it never existed at all. So again, the employer has to report it. If you don't, there are penalties and interest, okay? Avoid that. So hopefully you won't have any more questions about this. I'm looking forward to talking. The average 1099 employment tax audit is probably going to cost you $26,000. It's a lot of money for a small business. So stop worrying about things that don't matter, like incorporating. Don't incorporate in Delaware, and definitely don't incorporate in Nevada. Take care of the important things, like your employment taxes. Messing it up means that you're going to be personally on the hook every time. So check out our free employment tax guide and see what it works.